guys, another day and time to get at it. In today's episode of Young Money Investments, in honor of reaching 1,000 subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for those of you that have subscribed to this YouTube channel. It has been a long process to get to this point, and it is going to continue to be a long process as I continue to build this channel. But I just want to start out by saying thank you to all of you that have subscribed to this channel, that have supported this channel, that have watched these videos, that have found these videos helpful. If you have found these videos helpful, please hit that thumbs up button. Please hit the subscribe button if you're not one of the subscribers already. I love creating this content, but obviously to get that out there and get the algorithms going, so the more people get to view these, I need the thumbs up, need the subscribers, and all that great stuff. In today's video, in honor of reaching 1,000 subscribers, we are going to be talking about Robinhood. We are going to be talking about the pros and cons of Robinhood, why you can lose money with Robinhood, and mainly diving into some of the pros and the cons and what I've seen from using Robinhood for several years and seeing kind of how the platforms has changed. And so in today's video, we are going to jump into all of that. Let's get it. So starting off, I want to talk about some of the pros of Robinhood. Now, in my last video where I talked about why you lose money with Robinhood, I got a lot of hate in that video. I got a lot of people that said, Robinhood's good, you don't like Robinhood, stop hating on it, and all these people that it was not meant to offend anybody whatsoever. I was just pointing out some of the flaws with Robinhood. So in today's video, I want to talk about some of the good, because there is some good stuff in relation to Robinhood that I think we should get into. So the first thing that I want to talk about with Robinhood is that it is very simple and easy to use. If we jump in and take a look at the broker right here, Robinhood is very simple and very easy on the eyes and very well laid out, right? You have your graph of what you made on the day, you have the graph of what you made on the week, you have the graph of what you've done in the past month, you have a graph of your 3 months, etc., etc., etc. This right here is just very simple and easy to watch. This is one of my long-term accounts, by the way, so it's not one of my big ones. It's not anything crazy special, but it's very simple laid out, right? It's very easy to see everything. You get your notifications right through here. You have popular collections about what some of the most popular stocks are. You have upcoming earnings. You have news on Robinhood. You have different things about technology. There are so many different articles and things like that you can get here on Robinhood, and I appreciate that. I love that you can go through here and see some of the top movers. You get recent news. You have all your stocks that are there. You have your watch list. I mean, in terms of this being very simple, it's about as simple as it can get. If we take a look here and click on Amazon, for example, it comes over here and tells you what your market price is. If you want to buy it, if you want to sell the shares you own, you can do all of those things. You can trade Amazon options over here, buying and selling puts. It's very simple, simply laid out. Shows your average cost, shows your net equity. I think it even might show what everyone's average cost is on this. Price paid on Robinhood, I'm 25% higher than what I think the average person paid, if I can remember correctly on here. I think because it said, okay, maybe it's because I'm only up 11% on this. It gives you all of these things on here. So the average price paid is $15.40, and it tells me that I ended up paying, $17.23. So more people have this at a cheaper rate or cheaper price than I do. These are all very helpful tools. Even analysis rating, so the analyst rating, you have all these different tools on here. And so I find that there is some simplicity. There's a lot of benefits to the simplicity of Robinhood. Next nice thing about Robinhood is that you do not have a maximum account value that you need for Robinhood. You can have any amount of money. You can have $100, you could have $1,000, you could have $100,000. And this can basically allow you to open up an account with Robinhood. I like that because there are a lot of brokers. Speed Trader is one of them. I know Centerpoint's another one. They require $30,000 or more to open up a brokerage account with them. To open up a Trade Zero account, for example, you needed $2,500 to do that. With Robinhood, you can do it with any amount of money, which is really nice. And there are zero commissions as well with Robinhood. That's a big thing. I think a lot of people, even including myself, when I started out with a small amount of money, having zero commissions to me sounded really nice. Now we're going to get into why that can also be kind of bad, but hey, from the sounds of it, zero commissions is very nice. And if you are trading on a long-term basis and you're trading some of these mega cap stocks, it's not too bad. It's actually really nice to have a zero commission broker. But again, we're going to get into this a little bit later on why that might not be so good. I know, like I said earlier, it's very simple, it's very easy to use. That's a very big pro with Robinhood as well. It's nice that there's not a lot of complicated software. On brokers like TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim platform, if you are new to investing, you're gonna find that Robinhood is very simple and easy to use. There's not a lot of like lines, there's not a lot of like studies, there's not all these things that you look at it and you go, this is a foreign language, how am I ever gonna learn how to use this? With Robinhood, it's very simple. That is a catch-22, and that's also gonna be one of my cons, but for the most part, as a new investor, it's very nice to see a very simple, laid out platform. But again, we'll talk about the cons with that in just a second. Next thing I like about Robinhood is that you have the ability to trade options. There are some brokers that you do not have the ability to trade options on. For example, TradeZero just opened in December. They are still rolling out options trading. Now that's gonna be available here very soon. Not to give it all away, but TradeZero will be getting this very soon. With Robinhood, they've had options now for a decent amount of time. When it opened up, I don't believe it had it, but they have that. They have cryptocurrency you can trade on there. They still do not have shorting on Robinhood, which is one of my cons, but at the same time, like I said, kudos to them for having the ability to buy and sell options. So you can also sell covered puts, buy covered puts. You can do all those things with this broker. The last and final thing that I love about Robinhood is that you have a very nice app. Now, I'm going to bash on one of my favorite brokers, and that is TradeZero. The app is garbage. The app is utterly horrible, utterly just atrocious. And I gotta tell you, Robinhood's app is very, very well laid out. Before and when it started, back in the day when I started using Robinhood, that was all you had, was an app. You had no way to trade from a desktop. And so the app really was good, and it has continued to this day in 2019. It is still a very good app. It's still very well laid out. It's still very well polished. I have had very little issues with it. I've had much more issues with TradeZero's app and not even being able to get out of positions. It glitches, it freezes, it shuts down, it takes forever to load up. I've not had that with Robinhood, and so I have to hand it to Robinhood. Kudos to them for being able to do that. Now let's get into the reasons why I really don't like Robinhood. Now, as I talked about in my previous video that was super popular here on YouTube, one of the things I don't like is that Robinhood sells your data, your order flow data. So as you buy and sell a company, you are buying on the bid and selling on the ask. So anytime that there's a stock, just like in an auction, you have someone that, you have the auctioneer that's asking for a price, 75, 75, 75, 5, 76, 77, 77, 7. Do I have 77 looking at 80? We got 80, 80, 80, 80. And you have an ask and a bid. You have the auctioneer asking for a price, and you have the bidder who is willing to buy that particular stock at that price. Now, the problem with Robinhood is when you click in and do a market order, your data in milliseconds ends up getting sold to a quant fund usually, or gets sold to other people that can actually, with very specific and high-tech supercomputers, purchase that stock that you are wanting to buy at a cheaper price than you and turn around and sell it to you for a few pennies more. Robinhood makes millions and millions of dollars this way selling that data, and these companies actually end up making millions and millions of dollars more because they are able to buy the shares before you and then sell them to you right away within an instant. That to me is one of the biggest reasons why I don't like Robinhood, is because that creates for an environment where, are you, the customer, really the most important thing to Robinhood? I would say no. I would say no. And there are a lot of brokers that do that as well. TD Ameritrade does it. E-Trade does it. The ones that I know that do not do it is Speed Trader. I don't know. I don't think Cobra does that either. I honestly don't know about a lot of them, but I will say this. I don't like that that is done. And that's what bothers me the most about Robinhood. Second thing that I don't really like a lot about Robinhood is that you don't have the ability to draw trend lines on the charts. I don't like that you do not have a lot of the charting tools necessary and needed in order to become a better trader. So Robinhood will get you started, right? That's a good thing. But the problem is Robinhood will not allow you to get to where you need to be if you want to become an advanced swing trader or if you ever in a million years want to become a day trader. Day trading on Robinhood is kind of like entering the Indy 500 in a taxi cab. Like, you are going to get slaughtered using Robinhood to try and day trade. And that's something I should have clarified in my last video as well. I got a lot of hate about that as well. Robinhood is not intended for day trading, but a lot of new investors will day trade on Robinhood, and that is where you're going to get burned. And so I think Robinhood could get a lot better, even if you don't day trade. The problem is you need technical analysis in order to really become a good advanced trader or even long-term investor. You need to soak up all of the available knowledge and information to make an informed decision whether you're going to buy or sell a stock or commodity. Next thing that bothers me quite a bit about Robinhood is that this company is now valued at around $5 billion. This is a very big and very lucrative company that is being run right now, and they have no customer service. I kid you not, no customer service with Robinhood. You have a phone number that you look up online. I had a couple friends, in fact, Val and David, we were sitting there and they got the phone number. They called, David, I think, called Robinhood, and the number basically just told you to email them. That was literally what the number said. They have no one-on-one live person that will talk to you during any hours of the day. You have to email them, and that is how the communication forms. Now, I understand they probably don't want to have all these newbie investors and traders trying to talk to them. I understand that it's zero commissions, but to not have any live person that you can talk to during any business hour is like just unexcusable. You can't do that as a company. And Robinhood has gotten away with it for so long. So I'm calling them out right now. Like, they need to have live customer service to help people out. I just don't understand how they can still be doing that when all these other brokers always have a live not live 24/7, but always have a live customer service agent during trading hours that you can talk to. And coming up on my last reason, I don't like that you can't short on Robinhood. I think this market, one of the cool things about today's day and age, a lot of people go, are you worried that too many people are going to be able to short? Are you worried too many people are going to get into the stock market? No, I'm not worried whatsoever. I think Robinhood, if it had the ability to short, it would make it so there was more volatility in the stock market. The more liquidity and the more volatility that is put into the stock market, the better it is for advanced traders, because then you are able to actually make more money. And so the market is basically smart minds going against smarter minds, and that's how you make money in a day trading scenario. If Robinhood introduced basically a ability to short, it would make more liquidity in the markets. The other thing I don't love about Robinhood is options trading. Options trading does not allow you to buy same-day contracts with it. You are not even able to sell on like the penny. You actually have to sell on the nickel. So five 1/100ths of a dollar basically. So I can only sell it like 105, 110, 115, 120 for the options contract price. I don't like that. In other brokers, you can sell it like 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. So in terms of like where you can sell on the penny as opposed to selling on the nickel, so only in nickel increments. That to me is kind of messed up, because if it doesn't reach a certain point, I'm not going to get my contract bought, and then I'm going to be holding the bag. If I want to sell right away, I'm going to be selling it for a lower than market value, and again, I end up losing money. So those are a couple more things I don't like with Robinhood. Overall, I just want to say this: Robinhood has good and it has bad. Like I said, if you're starting out investing and you just want to start to learn things about the market, Robinhood is a good way to start, to watch stocks, to understand kind of the process with it. You know, you need to get a separate broker as well, though, if you're going to start doing that. Downloading and getting an account with TD Ameritrade is a great idea. Kind of following the paper trading platform. I didn't paper trade when I first started investing, and I think there's pros and cons to it. I think it takes out all emotion with trading, which you need emotion. Real trading has emotion into it, and so you're not going to learn that with paper trading. But overall, I think you have to be able to, you know, start somewhere. And if starting somewhere is with Robinhood, great. You start with Robinhood. If you want to really grow, you need to go into it. If you do download and use Robinhood to begin with, you need to start branching out as you go on, or else you will never reach your full potential nearly as quick enough with Robinhood. There are other brokers out there because at the end of the day, most of us want to become better. Most of us want to become more advanced. Most of us want to become more skilled. Robinhood will cap you very quickly. And so that is going to be my take on the pros and cons of Robinhood. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments section. If you'd like some more one-on-one help, there's also a link to my course and also a link to my private mentorship down here. I'd love to have you in the group. I'd love to answer more questions and love to see you just basically killing it in the stock market. That's the reason I created these videos. I will catch you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.